It's dark, it's cozy, I'm a little melancholy. That can only mean one thing: it is close to the winter solstice. Winter solstice is one of my favorite times of the year. It's the longest night of the year, and it's a really beautiful time to reflect back on what's no longer serving us, what we want to call in for the new year as the days start to grow longer. Cultures all over the world celebrate the winter solstice in different beautiful ways, and I think it's the perfect time to do a self-reflection, of what we want to let go. And I wanted to do a craft tutorial on something that can help us do that. Goose is reflecting on what he wants to let go. The tutorial is creating a little vessel, or I use a candle, a little paper candle, to store those thoughts and observations. And, one could argue that why would I spend my time or energy creating this project only to just throw it in the fire the next day or whatever. But I would say, isn't that the story of human impermanence? And, I really like the ritual aspect of it, writing things down, and having this intention around it. And it's such a great project to do with family and friends, or just a time for you to, do that yourself, and have some alone time to reflect and find that inner peace. So yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna attempt to talk and do at the same time, which sometimes doesn't go well, but we'll see. So this is what the finished the paper candle looks like, and it could really be anything. It doesn't have to be a candle. It could be any type of vessel. And I left the bottom open so that I can put the things I want to let go in, and then I'll seal this up. And then really the point is to take this on winter solstice and throw it into the fire. So if you have a bonfire, wood burning stove, with the point of really letting these things go that no longer serve you. So it could be a metaphorical fire, but I would recommend a real fire, a big one, if you have access to that. So you could also save this until you are at a place that has a fire, and then toss it in that way. So what you'll need is a paper towel or a toilet paper roll, some cardboard, some tissue paper or newspaper. I used this art paste that I'm going to use the tissue paper on the toilet paper roll. So the first thing I want to do is trace the bottom of the toilet paper roll. That is going to be the top or the bottom of the vessel here. That's something that's going to be sealed. Oh, and you'll need a hot glue gun as well to glue on the top of the bottom of the candle, and then to glue on the flame as well. So I'm just making a little hinge to glue on the bottom. I'm sorry for my nails. Although, you know what? I'm not sorry, because that's life. My nails are always a mess. All right. Just glue on that hinge. And again, this does not need to be perfectly symmetrical. It's really just going to get covered up anyways. We're going to make the top of the candle kind of like an angle here. So what I'm going to do is just cut my toilet paper roll at like an angle. Again, does not need to be perfect. This is all going to get covered up by our tissue paper. And so now I have the basic shape of my candle. I'm going to smooth out the edges here. And then I'm going to start adding this tissue paper over the top like this. And this is the sludge of paper mache paste. And start adding it to the toilet paper roll, kind of gluing it down that way. I am not a professional at paper mache. I don't know if this is the best way to do this, but I kind of like the imperfections, like these, you know, lines. I think it adds character. And again, this is going into the fire, so it doesn't need to be perfect. We're gonna just let that dry a little bit. And while you're letting it dry, get a piece of paper and start thinking of what you want to let go, you know, this year. You can write down anything. I would take some time here too to really think about this and do some self-reflection. And when you make this list, you can actually just add it into the vessel now. Or if you want to wait and do that all together, like if you're doing this craft in a group, you can do this together, and then once you're ready to seal it up, you're just going to seal it the same way. You're going to add some tissue paper around. So say I'm ready to go. I added what I want to let go of in there. I'm going to take some more tissue paper and then start sealing that up. Over. Again, you don't need to spend a ton of time making this look perfect. And then we're just going to let this dry, and then we'll come back and paint it and add the flame. And I really just love this ritual. I think it's a great way to slow down, do something with your hands, and take that time, you know, reflecting back on this year and all the things that it's brought you, good or bad or neutral. And yeah, really think about, you know, what kind of intentions do I want to set moving forward. It's gonna draw out a flame shape, however you want it to look. Just glue it directly on. Awesome, and we're just gonna let that dry. And now all that's left is really just to paint your candle. Make sure you're using non-toxic water-based paints like acrylics. Don't use like oil-based paints, again, because you will be tossing this into the fire. And also, if you like the look of just the tissue paper, kind of going for like a natural look, you can just leave it be as well. Oh, this is really bright orange. All right, and then we'll let that dry. And that's it. Now you have your vessel full of all the things you want to let go this year, ready to toss in the burning flames of hell. I mean, the ether. Letting them go, releasing them. And if you want to make this with your family and friends and write down all the things you want to let go together, make the vessel and then leave the bottom open, put your observations and then seal it up with a little hot glue, and then it's ready to go. Happy winter solstice, everyone. If you do this tutorial, let me know. May your days get longer from here on out, or at least till summer solstice. Goose says, happy holidays. God, you're so cute. Oh my God.